I think I'm pretty good at this game. Got a decent amount of money under my pocket. Accidentally sold like half of that and ended up scamming myself in the auction house, but we don't talk about that. But the point is, I'm decently far along in this game, and I kind of know what I'm doing. But today, as you can see by the title, I'm going to be going over how to start in Skyblock. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to create a new profile, and for the next couple weeks or so, I'm going to be going through this new profile, kind of, teaching everybody the basics of how to get started in this game. Be going over like mods, money-making methods, things like that, everything you need to get started in Hypixel Skyblock. But before we start the video, to be a good little YouTube guy, gotta ask you to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and if you're feeling generous, hit the notification bell. And if you're feeling extra generous, you can join my Discord and follow me on Twitch, both linked in the description. But without any further ado, let's get straight into this. So, first step in this whole process here is we need to create a new profile. I currently only have one profile, which is my big boy profile with 2 months, 25 days on it. I've been playing this game for a little bit. So just classic profile. Nothing fancy. And I need to make sure I didn't accidentally delete my other profile because I might be an idiot. No, okay, I guess good. But here we are on our quaint little island over here. So we could just immediately /hub, but, then we would, kind of be stranded. So we're going to want to break a couple of these logs right here. And after we break about 3 of these, we don't need to go through the tutorial. It's kind of useless. Break 3 of these, then we can... Well, you know what? I'm going to teach you how to use the crafting grid. Crafting table. Go in here, throw everything in here. Bam, you crafted it. No point to even craft a crafting table. You got it all right here. So once we got this, we can just bridge over to the island. As you can tell, I am not a Bed Wars player or Sky Wars player. I suck at bridging. Only mode I actually play on here is Skyblock. That's embarrassing. I need another log. And it feels very weird to not be super speedy because I'm constantly running around at like 400 speed. Feels very, very weird. But now, let's bridge over here. You can see we got a little dude boy right over here. Little Mr. Minion. So this guy is a cobblestone minion. He'll be passively generating you income as time goes on. We'll go more into these later, but this is the minion you start out with. He's a very good boy. So what we want to do after that is head into the portal right here. Now, I feel very, very newbie, but first thing we're going to want to check out, just for the giggles of it, is the Bazaar. Now you'll notice down here, you need level 7 in farming, foraging, and mining to access this feature. Now, this shouldn't take you too long. I would recommend doing mining or farming first, personally. I'm going to do farming first because it's an easy money-making method, well, for early game, especially if there's a Jacob's vessel going on. But to start out, I would say just go around, harvest wheat until you are obviously farming 7. So I'll cut back on farming 7. So I just harvested a little bit. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and sell all this and buy a rookie hoe. This is just best early game hoe in my opinion. We can upgrade it later probably to a gold hoe or something, but this is pretty good for now. So we're going to head over to the librarian over here to apply telekinesis to it. Later we're going to use another NPC, but for the time being, I'm just going to use the librarian. So just buy like 4 of these, and I'm an idiot, we're going to need more than that. There we go. 5 levels. So 5 levels, and we're just going to pop telekinesis on this. And you'll see what this does soon enough, because, this is probably the best enchant in the game. It just makes dropped items go directly into your inventory. It's just going to make everything streamlined and a whole lot faster. But back to mining a ton of wheat. And we just hit Farmhand 7. That took me absolutely no time at all, maybe 5 minutes at that. By the way, you won't have that many ender chest slots starting out. Those carry across profiles, so no need to worry about that now. But now that we've got all this stuff, we are going to go over to the farm merchant and not sell it yet. First, we're going to check the collection. So as you've been farming wheat, we have wheat 4, so we can get the farm suit. So the farm suit, you craft this out of hay bales, and it's just a good starter set. And what does this guy want? I don't know, but I'm going to start out by just crafting some hay bales. I don't have quick crafting unlocked yet. That's something they unlock through carpentry. We're not going to worry about that, though. So we can quickly craft this, this, and finally this. This is just going to be your just easy early game setup, just to give you a little bit of health and defense. The rest of this, we just want to sell to the merchant for about 30 to 40 coins each. So now you've probably got about 2 to 3k coins on your belt. And now is a great time to talk about the bank. This guy will keep your money safe if you ever die, so that if you die, it doesn't have your coins. So if you do die and you have coins on you like I do now, it'll cut your coins in half. So what you can do to stop that is you can talk to Elizabeth over here, and you can get booster cookies. I don't have one right now, but I do have a bunch on my main profile. Can't use Elizabeth right now, but on Elizabeth you can buy booster cookies. So for now, we are going to go over to the deep caverns over here. No point talking to any of these guys, but I would like to mention starter gear. This is very nice. She'll get you set up. I would recommend going the mercenary armor route, but we don't need that yet. We can also talk to the weaponsmith over here. And we can grab an undead sword. This sword right here is going to be your best friend for the majority of the early game. And then once you can afford it, get an artisanal short bow, but I believe you need a certain combat level. But undead sword, this is what you're going to be using for 90% of the early game until you start getting better swords like AOTE, AOTD, and whatnot. But I need mining level 1 to access that. So what we're going to do is we are going to go back to the island by using /is. And I'm going to take this cobblestone here. And then I'm going to come back over to the good old tree. We're going to mine a singular log. And this is also, I can craft a stick. So I need sticks, and now we're going to be crafting ourselves a little bit of a stone pick here. I just need to get mining level 1, so I don't need anything fancy. So now we use fancy little /hub, and I am very, very not speedy. But we can fix that later. For now, this is just going to be walking and more walking. So now that you're here, you're just going to want to mine some coal. That's it. It's going to take just a couple ores, not too much. Maybe mine a cobblestone while you're at it to get the collection, but this will take you maybe 30 seconds at most. I always forget how easy it is to level up skills in the early game because I'm mining 28 on my other profile, and it literally takes me like 3 hours of mining to get like half a level. It's ridiculous, but now that we are mining level 1, we can head over to the deep caverns. And this is going to unlock a whole lot of the rest of the game for you. Well, I guess a lot of everything is. So, over in the deep caverns, or well, this is the gold mine. You got a couple NPCs, don't worry about them yet. They just sell you gold and iron. Not too bad, but who we want to talk to is the lazy miner. This guy, he'll give you a little quest, and we need to find the lazy miner's pickaxe. Luckily, I played this game before, so I know exactly where it is. We just go down here a little ways, follow this tunnel. It's very easy to spot. I haven't been down here in a little bit, so I may be a little rusty at finding it, but I believe if I go this way, it should be right over here. Well, I'm not going to cut this since I'm trying to show you exactly where it is. But, okay, it was the other way. Oh, no, never mind, right here. But this is what you're going to need. It's just an iron pickaxe with smelting touch on it. So once you got that, you can just chuck that stone pickaxe out. I'm not going to disable that notification right now. It's whatever. But now, I'm going to teach you all about the best NPC in the game, Mr. Rusty. So once I find my way back up, I'm going to show him to you. So now that we're here, we can click on the lazy miner, and we just completed that quest. But now, Rusty. He's the janitor, and, you know, and he's going to apply telekinesis for us for a measly 100 coins. 100 coins, we get telekinesis. We do this on our undead sword, telekinesis. Bada bam, bada boom. So I'm going to go around mining for a little bit. I believe I need to get mining 5 before I can access the deep caverns. Let me check up here. I think it's mining 5, but I don't know. Yep, mining level 5. So what you want to do is just go around mining the iron and gold, and you'll notice this pick is a good deal faster, but this should take you maybe 5 to 10 minutes, not too long, and then we're going to be checking out the deep caverns. You're now mining level 5, and during this whole process, you may have found that you were unlocking a bunch of things called collection and recipes. So to access that, you would either go to the collection or the recipe book. So say you wanted to get a coal minion, you go to mining collection and then coal. And here we see here, coal minion recipes, coal minion 1, just like that. And then you can also access it through the recipe book, mining recipes. There you go, coal minion recipes, coal minion 1. 2 different ways to access it. I personally access it through the collection books, and it's just a lot more organized. But yeah, I don't know why it still says requires mining level 5, but definitely mining level 5. Anyway, we are now in the deep caverns, and I can tell you, until you get to the dwarven mines, this place is going to be your best friend. So it is a little bit more dangerous here, so you got to watch out. But basically what you want to do is mine here until you get to, mining 7. If you want to, you can go a little deeper in the mines, though I wouldn't recommend it, because with your current armor setup, you're not going to be too kitted. You're probably going to want some enchants and whatnot. So it would just be best to wait, get mining level 7, and then we're going to go over some other stuff. Before you go hitting mining level 7, there is one thing that I forgot you could do. So if we come over to the librarian over here and quickly craft ourselves a golden shovel. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why a golden shovel? That seems like a terrible idea. Well, if we spend a little bit of money on... Well, first we can just sell all this. Make ourselves a decent chunk of change. And we can buy ourselves a couple stacks of experience bottles. So what we're going to want to do is get some efficiency going. Since if we put efficiency and telekinesis on this, there's something that we can do that's going to get your mining level up real fast and your money up really fast. And it's going to be an all-around good time. So just let me splash this and get it all enchanted, and then we'll be doing that thing. Efficiency 5 costs 30 XP levels, and I'm currently broke. So we're going to be doing a little bit of a thing. I know it may be a little early for this, but we're going to start up with a little bit of combat. Now, this is one of the best ways that I know to get XP. It is edging towards night here, but I have an undead sword, which does more damage to zombies, and on crit, I can kill them in one hit. Yeah, these zombies are kind of chumps. I don't know if I'm actually getting XP from this or not, but zombie boys, I'm just going to kill these for a little bit, try to get a little bit of XP from them, which it's slow going, but I'll do it. Now, you may see one of these runic zombies and think, oh no, more health. They're kind of chumps. It's not that much. These gem runes and whatnot, they're purely cosmetic. There's no worth to them whatsoever. It's whatever. They just, don't worry about them. It's now nighttime, so I'm going to be running away from the graveyard because stronger mobs spawn at night. So I'm going to be going back to the librarian, and I should be able to buy another stack of enchanting bottles with what I got here. So I'm going to quickly do that, and I'll be right back with you. Now we have the 30 levels required to enchant the shovel here. So efficiency 5, very nice. And we went up an enchanting level. Now we will need to talk to Mr. Rusty over here, so I'm going to do that real quick. Mr. Rusty, please give me telekinesis. Thank you. So we are going to slash hub now. And now, you are already farming 7. I'm going to double slash hub. I'm going to fast travel to hub. I don't know why it doesn't take me back there. But you've hit farming 7 now, assuming you're following the tutorial correctly. If you haven't hit farming 7 yet, then go back, watch the beginning of this, and hit farming 7. Since we need access to one of the other islands over here, which I believe we have access to now that we're farming 7, or at least we should. So first we want to travel to the farming islands. That was a very fast TP. But then we're going to want to head straight past this, and we are going to want to go up to here. If you want to make a quick detour, mine some potatoes and whatnot, you can. It doesn't matter. It can make you a little bit of money, but it's whatever. So we are going to want to go to the desert settlement. And I bet you're wondering, why are we going here? Well, you'll see. So this is why you got the golden shovel. It's because of sand. Now, a golden shovel will insta-mine sand, so you can just walk around doing this. And believe it or not, sand is actually fairly good money selling to NPCs. And it also gets your mining up fairly quickly. So I'd recommend just doing this for like 20 or 30 minutes, and by the time you're done, you'll probably have like 20 to 30k coins. So, yeah, I just hit mining level 7, but I'm going to keep going for a little bit, just get an inventory full, and show you how much that's worth. I have an inventory full of sand, and you may have noticed some stuff popping up in sand collection, so let's take a look at that real quick. Mining collection, sand. So, enchanted sand is probably the one you're going to want to look at, which is, this is basically just a way to compact sand. For the time being, we don't need to worry about that since we don't have the Bazaar unlocked, and we're just going to be NPC selling this. And NPC selling scales with how much you can pack into enchanted sand. I'm not going to explain it right now, but just know it doesn't really matter if you compact it or not. You're going to be selling it for about the same amount. Ooh, and there's a rat right here, actually. And these only spawn at night in buildings. And if you can kill these, you can actually get an easy 14k worth of cheese from these. Now, it may be kind of hard because they're going to run away from you. But this is an easy money-making method if you happen to run into one of these. I'm lucky enough to do it. I tend to not run into these. I only run into like 3 of these. They are a tad bit rare. But basically what you want to do to find these is check inside buildings when it's at night, preferably in the basements of buildings. Because basements of buildings tend to have these more often. Hopefully this guy doesn't steal my rat kill. Because these things drop like 1 to 3 cheese, I believe. And cheese is actually worth a fair amount. So, Mr. Rat, would you care to die? It's very hard to kill you with my current setup. I'm only doing like 100 damage a hit and you have 5,000 health. This is painful. Mr. Rat, please die. Don't go into the cornfield. Mr. Rat, come back here. Mr. Rat. Mr. Rat. Mr. Rat, please come back here. You're nearly dead. There we go. And I has cheese. 5 cheese. We are going to put that in the inner chest for now, because it's going to sell for more on the Bazaar. But just know that you have that, and you can keep it for later. Sells for about 14k per on the Bazaar. So I just made about 50k. It's very easy money. What we're going to do, come to the farm merchant, sell all the sand. Now, I'm going to specify that it doesn't matter what NPC you sell to, they all buy it for the same amount. But now, we have 6k coins to work with. So what we're going to do is we are going to do foraging next, and I just need to check something real quick. Farming, foraging, and mining. Okay, good, I don't need combat. So we're going to check in with the lumber merchant. And what we need is not the sweet axe. We need the promising axe. This one increases your efficiency for blocks and whatnot, and things. But we are going to go talk to Mr. Lumberjack over here. He will give you an axe, but I would recommend using this axe. It just makes everything go a little bit faster. So he's going to tell you to chop logs, and once you chop 50 logs with this thing, its efficiency level will increase. So this is kind of just going to be for the first couple levels. This is going to be what you're using. So I'd recommend just mining over here for a little bit. And he'll give you a sweet axe. You can use it if you want, but I would recommend just using the other thing. Yeah, we'll visit the park. Actually, let's visit the park right now. I'm gonna hold that for later. But the park is over here. It's that little island right over there, and this is where you get a bunch more wood. So, the oak wood only spawns on this island, and all the other types of wood spawn over here. But I have just spotted something. This right here is what we call a fairy soul. It's something that appears every now and then on the island, and you can trade them into an NPC for extra health and damage and things. I'm not going to go into that now, but just know it exists. Now, we're at the park, so we can mine some birch, mine some other things, but now we just need to get to Foraging 7. There we go, we just hit Foraging 7, which means we now have access to the Bazaar, which means you can sell a lot of your wares for higher prices than the NPCs would buy them for. Sometimes not, but 90% of the time you're going to be able to sell it for more. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the Bazaar over here, which is the beautiful man's. And if you want a tutorial on how to use the Bazaar and make money with it, I will link a video in the description, and I will also put a card on screen right now. But basically, you sell and buy stuff from here. It's pretty simple. So what we're going to do is just, you can take a look at this. You probably won't be able to afford any of it right now, but you have it now, and it just makes everything so much easier. But quick tutorial on how to make money with it. Say you want to flip gold. Gold, you buy it for 6, sell it for 6.7. Bam, you just flipped it. Easy as pie. Yeah, I will be linking a video in the description on like in-depth how to make money with the Bazaar. But now that you have it, this is pretty much like the very beginner stuff all taken care of. I will be selling these to make my inventory more clear, and just to prove to you that cheese is worth something, I'll be taking this tasty cheese, and I will be selling it on the Bazaar. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to take this and put in a sell order for it. It's only 36k right now, because I think the prices have gone down due to inflation, but it is what it is. But yeah, that is going to be the end of this first episode of this little series that I'm starting. If it helped you at all, then please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and well, I'll see you next Wednesday for another one of these. Goodbye.